fake kana na wo say ebia oni pa me boni din oni ho beyi no hana video ni wo ho until he doesn't have to respond
until her maybe another intention in your own sister until you know better
until me wrapping apart now the ambassador mechanic say like senior lawyer and kind the police has no right to treat people like this and then you say omo man ko follow kwan so omo ko protesting omo bomb who by are these people hurting people okay and then obi kura buy say the demonstration na mo here na mo dey adani jams amudi money this is the right of the people. You can't oppress them. Ella, IGP Dampare, Obia, police phone and penny phone, Bima Baby, Jumani Biako. But media, my dream mono. IGP Dampare, Obia, Wabaye, Juma, yet feeling the presence of the police among us. Media, Sana and the Phil say, Papa Noaye. But we don't know what is going on. Many questions are making me and say, could it be that the political elites are frustrating him now with what is going on? Is that what is happening? Because the Dampare that we know will not do this. And that's all man who can say, I never will say, NC. And can temper, release the letter be a chair and the echo, the echo. Oh, it's not saying manage. It's a media, the person can say. Sabani said, be frustrating, and I said, no, he should stand up and be the man that we know he's capable of being, protecting Ghana's IGP Kasindi. Or say he wants the Ghana Police Service to become Kradeshe. Or pesa man for fear mananini e chile badebus. I said, what did you do to transform this institution? But clearly, what the police is doing with the pushing people and here and there, that is not transformational, and that cannot transform this institution. It's yesrena pa onkasa na lisi yemu bila ye ojide wo limuno yakuma ntoye.
Whenever I say my PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
For higher PENDREAM TV in Pachos and your first time I subscribe to channel no for sabo adomane to say the video be at ube first person I share. Usha video ni we send voice note mine it was 0277128777 0277128777 ebe bo achire Ghana for nyina. For yanko share and video number.
We initially talked about said they don't want these people. The abuse part, we are still yet to find one policeman raising his hands at somebody, because even today the visuals we've seen so far, they are standing aloof. I don't know if the word says they are standing aloof, or they are standing and just guarding.
The first time now protest was starting, and that was not what they were doing. And then a third day. And then a third day, when they give the people the chance to protest, these people go with guns and weapons to go and fight the police. They were just protesting.
Okay, let me go on the phone quickly before I come back to you. Rebecca said they were also not granted permission to protest. They went to protest against the will of the authority that was supposed to give them. But Lawyer also urging a line. Hello, Lawyer.
Hello, Miss G. Good evening.
Lawyer, I'm Patrick Menka. Protest here cost 3 days continuously, and the person any so from the beginning he said requesting or the road to the police force some person protesting and a police policy there be and conformity streets so the power lawyer and part the and a lawful
okay, I think it's a very interesting question. And if I give you more YouTube, the medical can say, I was saying in your constitution, that's Article 21(1)(d), what we call the general fundamental right. There's a freedom of assembling, including freedom to take part in procession and demonstration. Into a fundamental human right, and yet idea obedient to idea and now be the more be fine and money and so it's a very general and fundamental in a democracy where everybody has a right to assembly, including demonstration. In that Article 21(1)(d) guarantees the right to demonstration. Now, in community, how then do we operationalize? And now, constitutional provision, as to say, And I keep on telling people that NPP4 have given us a very clear case, which is called NPP versus IGP. It's a 1993-94 Supreme Court Ghana law report, I think about 459 or so. Now, the case is very clear because it litigates both Article 21(1)(d). And NPP4, the IGP got caught because the IGP had stopped them from demonstrations and had stopped them because the old law now before the Public Order Act of 1994 requires permission, and this is very important. In the first, now permission, and after the amount of coin and some wire demonstration. And NPP4 took the case to court, and the court ruled to say that Emrano, any constitution 21(1)(d), so in that light, anytime you're reading the Public Order Act, you must read it in the light of this Supreme Court case of NPP versus IGP. So when I say,
I mean, person me say, but narration here, why yes, that just say, obetimi on a protest without obeying permission.
That is what I'm coming to.
Okay.
If you over the Public Order Act, Section 1 say, Obi offense or special event there for 5 clear days, notify a police officer not in the rank less than an ASP or a police station. In the usage of the word they notify, first now for the permission, but to say you are expected to notify. Now the police for any reason, if they think for security reasons and after who find is against public peace or public order, then they will tell the organizers. No organizers not to that, and after many police agree on a different time and a different route for purposes of public order. But me, the American said, who hear me fire Section 1(6), which basically says that me kuta manwa you just fought so. But Section 1(6) basically says that the police who notifies police, not police, on my own court. And now says one notifies police in not the police they are aware. The only recourse the police have is to go to court. Police has no right to arrest anybody, and that is where I get passionate and get angry. The police has no recourse to arrest. The police has no right to arrest anybody. From my humble reading of the law, they have no right to intimidate. And you've seen the images. I mean, that forcing people into the bus and arresting them. My humble view, the police has no right. Their recourse in Section 1(6) of the Public Order Act, which is Act 491, is for them to go to a judge, explain their issue to a judge, and if a judge thinks that there is any reason for which the constitutional right guarantee cannot be exercised, then the judge will make that order. In Tenkosi say a judge will make an order, the Constitution guarantees that fundamental human right. Meaning, come on, what I said there.
Matthias, yes, maybe so finally, as an American process now, Rebecca saying, a blocking road, no, there's nothing unlawful about it. Rebecca said, why is something unlawful? But you need to, I need you to help us understand the law. So protest now, first off, they didn't need to go and seek permission. Secondly, if whether they give them the go ahead or not, they can still be there. So that just said, you're more on my block Jubilee House and Nimhonum say, and you're unlawful.
What I would say is that, I mean, again, we have to distinguish. Usually there are very nuanced we have to distinguish. In this particular fact, police say they served them, some said they didn't serve them. Whatever be the case, the real question is, and I think I was having some conversation with some lawyers, and the point is, if my client is served, I won't tell him to go ahead and demonstrate. But as to whether or not they were boom raffle, because they've been served without a clear court order, no. And no, it would only depend on who is the judge seated and how the judge interprets the arguments presented. What I would say is that people have a right to demonstrate, which is a fundamental constitutional right. They have exercised that right, and there is nothing wrong with exercising that right.
So it's at this point, no more abuse you or allegedly, ni or more allegedly. What should they recourse? Like, what should they do? Then on meeting I say.
I think that their lawyers will consider. Their lawyers will consider the fact as it is, and then in any case, one of the very interesting things in law is the definition of assault in the civil sense. The mere touch of it may be an assault. So I think that there are so many course of actions that may be available based on the specific facts. I don't have the facts. I don't have any specific clients. So I would just leave it at that. But I'm sure that if anybody feels that their right is being impugned, they can speak with their lawyers. They would engage with their lawyers, and I am very sure that their lawyers will explore.
Lawyer, just when I'm not in submit me at Bissau directly, even the only client say, in Sisa, you might hear who at least you will be social media, your can we say confidently that legally we've seen assaults happening during this protest?
And what I can say is, to the extent that people were forced into the bath, to the extent that the police acted beyond their rights, I think that from some of the images I have seen, I don't think that the police acted rightly in the bounds of even the Public Order Act. That's my humble view.
I also pay that say you may show so when you actually come enlighten you on some of the things that happened in the last 3 days in Ghana. Okay, so at least some clarity has been made. Some of the things are not okay. Inti mama wa rapi up na fide me kono.
Na America na wo say e bia oni pa me boni din oni ho be yin no hana video ni wo ho. Until he doesn't have to respond.
Until her, maybe another intention in your own. Sister, until you know better.
It's me wrapping apart. Now the ambassador mechanic say like senior lawyer and kind. The police has no right to treat people like this. And then you say, I'm man conforming crimes or munko protesting. I'm a bomb who by are these people hurting people? And then we grab by the demonstration. I'm the jams. This is the right of the people. You can't oppress them. And now, IGP Dampare, Obia, police phone and phone, but media, my dream chilemono. IGP Dampare, Obia, Juma, yet feeling the presence of the police among us. Media, Sana me feel say, Papa no waye. But we don't know what is going on. Many questions are making some Ibusa and say, could it be that the political elites are frustrating him now with what is going on? Is that what is happening? Because the Dampare that we know will not do this. And that's all man who says, I never will say, NC. I'm contemporary, release the letter B, a chair and the echo, need the echo. Oh, it's not saying manage. It's a media, maybe some can say. Sabani said, you've been frustrating, and I said, no, he should stand up and be the man that we know he's capable of being, protecting Ghana's IGP Kasimbi, or say he wants the Ghana Police Service to become Kradeshe. Or person man for fear mananini a church babebus and say, what did you do to transform this institution? But clearly, what the police is doing, pushing people and here and there, that is not transformational, and that cannot transform this institution. It's yesrena pa onkasa na lisi yemu bi na ye ojide wo yemu no yakuma nto ye yo ofa o trend ya say we bi na kokai na o trend ye area na so we are I said no, and what do you have me find to screen? Is that the producer said we should put it on the screen? Now we said then I'll kokai ya obi be bisa question. Is it about saying protest?
Oh, say so the genesis of the matter was, and that's my grief from some Ghanaians when situations arise and let them go to find the root cause. They just look at the surface and just pass comments, make comments, and I want to be very guided with my speech.
Okay.
Right. So the genesis of the issue is I woke up and I saw obviously you could see that even when I was in the house I was struggling a little bit because we took one by and managing my home. I was on the road working and it broke me down seriously. So protesting the question and the pain I saw him who said there has been something going on, and I went to read extensively, and the first post I made was about God helping Ghana. You know, and this is what the Ghana that we want. God should help Ghana. And I placed the hashtag Occupy Jubilee House and Fix the Country. And I posted it. And someone came to me and said, that is not the hashtag. Change the hashtag. And I changed it to whatever they wanted. You understand? Then, under what I wrote, some people came insulting me. For me, I don't take these things lightly. You understand? I can share my opinion when I share it, and you disagree with me. Disagree with me, but don't come insulting me. Say, internet to me. We share that. And I came back to write, I am not the average gospel artist. Me average gospel. I want to read that disclaimer. Me that average gospel artist. When I say average gospel artist, I'm not just say me gospel artist who will tell me national me. I'm from the streets and I became a Christian.
In Tatini Point Street in this NPP.
I'm controlling myself, but me to an extent I may be forced to react. And probably, I mean, Apostle General bearing witness. Papa was something brave because and never be to those times never to be so not stage in so I'm reacting. So what I say, but he's helped me to change me. I'm still a man in progress. I mean, I'm changing. And you know, when I say I'm not the average gospel artist, but the camera who disagree with me. Come and share your opinion. We can debate about it, but don't come and insult me. That one I won't take it lightly. And that is what some people did not understand. We buy no metro, we Jimmy for, we buy we sebi, we pasia, we buy we say, you know, and all that. And this we have time to reply everybody.
And then street life now by Nana.
I'm saying we have time because I'm saying we need to be time reply will be where the scripture, but I'm smoking fast scripture back to say Bible analysis. So what I say, and I'm not driving at any point. But all I'm trying to say is that don't come and disrespect me in my space. I have not come disrespecting you. The truth of whatever is going on in the country, we are all experiencing the pain. I travel a lot. This year I've traveled a lot. Anytime I go to the airport, airport, every time I go to the airport, I can see lots of young people, working age, leaving the country. And they told them, oh, they're now now. And we have a lot of people who are living in countries illegally. For 8 nurses have left this country. Some are in the UK, some are in the US. One of my DVs, she used to sing with me. Oh, US is here. So what is here? So what is happening in the country? But the way to resolve it is not by insulting. Twitter and Instagram, that's all we are another. Finance minister. It doesn't move him from his office. It doesn't change his position. The only way we can change these things is when we go through constitutional means, or we end up going to the ballot box to go and vote and change. That is where our powers come. But unfortunately, a lot of us we forget. And that's what I was talking about.
But I'm here,
yes.
Hey, it's because I find you say the near thing. What's right then? I didn't know what screen is. Then you're not sure, are you? The way you are not able to speak about, I don't know, I can maybe one year you be an unyanka one chonesa and I said be a handle in different yana.
Oh no. When they come at me, what's that? Oh, when I try say, emoji, said Jimmy for an emoji winning answer and an emoji for a course of same free or qua. That expensive metal ratio. Another gospel artist will let it slide. You know, maybe I'm a good day, let it slide. But not when I'm speaking on a matter which is important to all of us, and you come insulting me on the same thing I'm talking about.
Maybe because one call protest, maybe I was say I know one call me call out, and maybe because we who say you can't be home while we are on the streets and be telling us, you know.
I open the call protest now. I'll protest also. It's remember we are fighting. Oh, as a God, we are fighting the same battle, and then he turns beating me. We are fighting the same enemy, and he turns beating me. It doesn't make sense.
But only this is the last one, and it's still on this case. Oh, nice is also and you use the hashtag they wanted you to use. It's not as if with the hashtag, no, Julobi house, no, you don't resonate with it, and I own Jim Diana.
When I placed the hashtag, what came first was hashtag Occupy Jubilee House. So I thought that's what they were using. Because I went to read extensively, and I realized that everybody's talking about this, and it touched my heart to also speak about it. You understand? So I spoke about it. Maybe a hashtag Occupy. So once it popped out as a first, obviously that's the AE. So then they asked me to correct it. So I went back, edited my tweet, and I placed the correct hashtag in there just to show my.
What's the correct hashtag?
Maybe the mean bro. Jolobio say. What does it mean?
Political person.
You see, that's what I was asking.
I'm serious. I don't know what it means.
You know, big guys, we don't go understand.
Hashtag Occupy Julobi House means the son of a thief, right? Julobi is the son of a thief, right?
Julobi come for big.
Majo, you can be a KJ Galileo.
Oh, remember like Iblang Male. And then Bale.
That is a trauma. Anyway, we just
anyway, patch my news name.
So I mean, basically, let's form a united front and fight. Make a solid statement to the government and to any political party. In the future, I say party A and party B member on essentially the balance of these people will not spare us, because gradually these politicians are like Ghana, you understand? And for me, the best way to make these changes is 2024. We cannot say, NPP is not so winning, that's our person to as well. Why not? Go and continue for them. We cannot say this in a piece of voting based on what message they are carrying. We cannot say CPP and now PPP and now BIM and now the message I carry weight and you want to vote for them. But let's not fight amongst ourselves. If you don't go affirmative action, if you don't go to the one, so what I say. But the elections days will come and we will be the same people. We forget everything and we will follow these same politicians and we vote for them. And when they start messing up, we start crying. Let's not be hypocrites.
And say, if you want to, as you sit here today, why do you wait for?
In terms of what?
In the terms of a political party now, what can we say?
No, I'm waiting for the manifesto. Somebody buy.
Anyway, Lawyer Kwesi Abuaji, I've seen your message. Now, Lawyer Su sharing some of the things that we spoke to Lawyer Sumpa about. Thank you, sir, for sharing some of the messages on what the way forward the process is with regards to permission from the police.
For channel I share video we also a PENDREAM TV mpacho wa share we adwunche bia wo fa video yi no ho bia no send my e wo 0277128777 0277128777 WhatsApp number no send your voice ne bra na bebo magana fo nyina te wonka
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.